Hello all, this side Abhilash. So in this session we are starting unit 4 sequencing decisions. Okay, so this in this particular session I am going to cover only sequencing decision. In the next session we will cover replacement decision and dividend policy models. So let's see the sequencing decisions. The importance of sequencing. You work hard to get where you are financially, so you want to make sure your wealth is maintained when you retire. But the problem with investment is that the market is unstable. It is not a structure. And it's not necessarily what happens to the market that has the most impact on you, but the order and the timing in which this happens. This is known as sequencing. Sequencing risks the possibility that an unfavorable order and timing of your investment. Your investment returns will result in less money at end of your investment period. So the more accumulated wealth you have at or near your retirement, the bigger an impact unfavorable sequences can have. So how sequencing works? So let's look at an example of two clients. Client A and client B each have 1 lakh investment. So I'm reading this investment number in the rupees. So right now just ignore this dollar icon here. So client A and client B each have 1 lakh rupees investment and they invest a further 20,000 rupees a year for 10 years. So each has on average an 8% average return rate. Okay. So now say client A investment returns start off position positive, but they receive negative returns in the final 3 years of their plan. Due to the favorable returns early on, they have accumulated more wealth. So the negative returns have now have a bigger impact on their investment. So this result in a lower balance at end of the 10 years than they might otherwise be had. Alternately, client B receives negative returns at the start of their investment period. This means that when they receive these negative returns, they have got less accumulated wealth at the stake. So overall the impact are lower. So when the market picks up again, the positive returns have a cumulative effect and resulting in greater accumulated wealth and a higher balance at the end of this period. In these two examples, it's apparent that there's the order and the timing of these events, something out of your hands that play a substantial role in the outcome of your investment. So how to manage sequential risks? Blunt, while there is no realistic way to control the stability of market, so there are a number of strategies you can employ to compensate for sequential risks. First, save more money earlier or keep working longer. Blunt but true. The more time you have to save, the more your portfolio will grow. The longer you work, the more you will earn. And the more superannuation contributions you will receive from your employer. But this only works if you start early or love your job that much. Otherwise, it delays your retirement, which you want as much time as possible to enjoy. Reduce your retirement income goal. Reducing the income goal for your retirement means planning to make a living of less. With this, will potentially affect the quality of your retirement. It can be successful when implemented effectively. For example, say you need 50,000 a year, live comfortably. Theoretically, you need less to live as you age. So at 80 years old, you plan to drop your income goal to the 45,000. This reduced rate later means you can use these funds at the beginning, allowing you to still live the lifestyle you are aiming for while you can enjoy it. Income budgeting. Income budgeting is when you split your investment across different asset classes, different sectors for different periods of your investment. You might invest in cash assets for the first 3 years, Invest in fixed interest rate assets for the following 4 years. Then invest in shares for the remainder. While this provides a cash reserve for the initial years of your retirement, thus reducing the needs to sell assets during my market downturns. The issue is that your risk profile increases throughout your investment period. De-risking your portfolio. De-risking your portfolio sounds good in theory. Less risk means more stable returns. You can achieve this by investing solely in relatively stable assets classes like cash, bonds. While some bonds can exhibit some volatility, the return profiles are considered to be the much more stable than others. However, you need some risks in your portfolio. Not enough risks means you reduce the number of assets you have geared towards growth. Reducing your average long-term returns, so investing completely in cash and bonds means you will lose out on the opportunity to make bigger, better investment and reach your retirement goal sooner. Having a higher risk portfolio lets you do this. Layering. Layering is when you use overlapping section of different retirement products at different times throughout your retirement plan. For example, you might assign a percentage of your retirement funds to a lifetime annuity. This means that when your main retirement funds run out, you will continue to receive an income after the fact in the form of these guaranteed annuity payments, allowing you to still have money to spend during your retirement. A combination of strategies. Similar to the layering strategy above, employing a combination of strategies means you are not tied down to one position. With the right financial advice and support, using a number of different strategies provides you with benefits at different stages throughout your retirement. So, unfortunately, sequencing risks in your portfolio is unavoidable. To ensure you understand these risks properly, our regular progress meetings are the perfect time to get into more details about sequencing and the strategies we put in place for you to ensure we are limiting the risks of sequencing on your portfolio. If you would like to talk about sequential risks in more detail, okay. So just go through this session again so you will understand in better manner. So this all about the sequencing decision making process in financial management. So how can you change your decision? How can you change your investment plan as per your risk appetite, as per your future goals? You can change your sequencing of the investment as well. You can change your sequencing of your future goals as well. So these are the major options like save more earlier or keep working longer. This will help you to save more money, reduce your retirement income goal. You can reduce your retirement income goal. You can live a life of less income bucketing, then de-risking your portfolio. That means less risk means more stable returns, higher risk means higher returns. So if you want to achieve more revenue in by investing in the financial market, so you should take the more risk. Layering, you might assign a percentage of your investment funds to a lifetime annuity. So you can add funds in NPS here, where you will receive the funds after the retirement. If funds run out as per the planning, a combination of strategies. There are many strategies available. As per that, you can just go through it and achieve the goal. So like this, one can uh, use this sequencing decision making process in the financial market. Thank you. Best wishes.